And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield off the play fake. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
180. Cut. Watch the run, watch the run.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's get it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Giants touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones has it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Allen to throw it. Pass incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his 1st carry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Allen hands off to McCoy. Room here to run. 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Hey, Delta. 58, come on. 58, come on. Rip left.
Now Allen. Steps away to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Someone's sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week. And I think the ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Stop still. Hey, 4 down.
13. Bills nothing.
58. 58 for Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
180. Mike, 49. What's that?
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Able to get away. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield with it once more. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd and short.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Allen, his throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Allen, and just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, defense, watch out.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Allen going to leave it on the draw from McCoy. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 30. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen, eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Now Allen to throw on third down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Here we go.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the shit. Hey, alert 33. Shit. Jump. Blue draw Corkers. What's that?
Following the penalty, Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Mayfield. Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry for Patrick DeMarco. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From the 27, Allen, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll give them a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen going to throw again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Let's put that team on a bus. Alert, alert, alert. 58, boys, 58.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Don't get nervous.
It's caught by OBJ. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out right at the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 24.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Pistol. Mike, 49. I got him.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy. 84 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield flush to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Right there. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
58, come on. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And now running right through it. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DK Metcalf. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. They'll go again to McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To the air, Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Hey, here we go.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
They run it again with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They run. Chubb. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And